Hey everybody, it is Big Mike, aka the Computer Dad, and today we are going to do an unboxing and initial review of the Ubiquiti SFP Wizard. To help get things started, I'm going to shift over to the Ubiquiti page where I am going to read verbatim the product statement. Instantly reprogram, test, and unlock universal compatibility for every optical module with full diagnostics and over-the-air updates built in. It has a Bluetooth function. We'll see that right here in the product display. Bluetooth, power button, touch screen. It does orient to where you're holding the device. If you flip it, it will flip the screen, which is a pretty cool feature. I thought that was neat the first time I saw it. USB and SFP and QSFP port support. One of the things that caught my attention is just the ability to test fiber modules. If you're out in the field and you're stuck wondering why a fiber module may or may not be working, if it's the fiber itself, if it is the module, if there's a number of problems, this helps give you another tool in your toolkit to troubleshoot those things. So I think that that's an important piece to have in your toolbox, but we'll see. Is it more novelty? Is it more necessity? I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a cool little product, but we'll do the unboxing. I'll do some commentary over the unboxing, and then you'll get to see a test of the device on my network. And I will make the claim that this was done during a family approved network outage window and maintenance window. So I did not shut down the network on the entire family just to test this. I totally did. But we got a chance to see what it looks like, see what the display looks like, and also see some features that it has, like the ability to send a laser over the wire. Those are cool little nuanced things. I still have a lot of playing around with it to do. I want to test it in an actual, environment, like when I go out on site to do an install, a rack and stack, and I have fiber modules that I need to work with. This is something that I'm going to bring with me the next time. But this is a quick unboxing video, high-level overview of what the product is, and you can make a determination at the end. Is it something that's worth the $50 or so to get and just have in your back pocket and have as a novelty? Or do you think it's something that could actually benefit you as a network engineer, systems admin, whatever you're doing, whenever you have to touch network equipment? Would this be valuable to you? So let's get into the unboxing and we'll go through the video. Who doesn't love a good unboxing video? Am I right? This was shot with my Meta glasses that I have a separate unboxing video. So if you want to go check that out, please do. There are no frills and no thrills with this unboxing. You get your manual for the unit and the unit itself, and that is it. It does require USB-C charging, so you have to get your own USB-C power cable and power brick to fire this up. I luckily had a laptop charger plugged in, so I was able to connect that in and get this thing powered on just to see what it does. I will say this, if you're going to get this unit, you'll notice if you get one and you unbox it, it is very light. I would not recommend just throwing this into your gig bag. It will break. I mean, in my gig bag, I have a ton of crap. My gig bag is very heavy. As you'll see in a second, this thing's massive, but I'm also a big guy, so need a big bag. But I pull out a RJ45 GBIC from my bag, and I use that just as a test, and I have a second section of this video that will show me testing it live on my network. But very straightforward. You just plug in the unit, and it didn't pick it up initially here, but I adjusted that SFP module, popped it back in, and it picked it right up. And it gives you the ability to copy, to write, or to do diagnostics. And in the next portion of the video, you'll see as we get into this testing on the network, what it looks like to run those diagnostics. And I attempted to record this with my Ray-Ban glasses, but it wasn't working out. The quality just wasn't that great to see the screen as we were doing this. So excuse me as I fumble through using one hand and my phone to try to record the screen to give a good idea of what the display is showing. This is a 10 gig SFP module that's coming off of my network from my Ubiquiti switch going into my UDM Pro. And we are able to run the diagnostics and see in real time what that looks like. And I can turn on the laser. That enables the laser on the SFP module to send a signal over the wire, and we can watch in real time on that diagnostic page when I move it back in the frame what's going across. You can see the transfer, the receive. You can see all of the other details related to the module itself, temperature, other diagnostic data in the various screens that the SFP Wizard provides. And also information about the unit itself. It provides you the make, model, all of that. So you have relative information that you might need in order to properly test modules before you put them into production. And that's just, I find that useful. Again, a little novelty, still a little, Is that absolutely necessary? Are there other tools that might do a better job at this? Maybe, but for the price point, I don't think so. I don't know of any tools off the top of my head that would give me this information right away and in a small, compact, touchscreen, interactive way. So I think this is something that definitely is going to end up in my gig bag, and I really hope that other people pursue it as well. I think it's going to be a useful tool for them. And I now have a hat on because I started recording this the night before and I'm finishing the next morning. With the SFP Wizard, again, it is part novelty. It is somewhat necessity if you're looking for an inexpensive way to test those modules. Other testers are maybe fiber testers. You typically look at like Fluke and their products. You're looking at several $100s to get a system that can do what this thing is doing. And you're not, again, you get what you pay for. But I think it's a useful tool to have in your back pocket for a $50 price point. Really do. Touchscreen, interactive, lightweight, not taking up a ton of space in your gig bag, not a ton of cables involved. You charge it with a USB-C. And you can get some instant diagnostic data to at least help you start the troubleshooting process if you're running into a problem in a network room. And for those of us that have been crammed in a tight, loud network room trying to figure out while we're sweating or awkwardly positioned to get to an SFP module to figure out why the heck this thing's not working, that might be useful to you. I think it is. I think it definitely is more necessity than novelty, especially at that price point. I was just looking at Fluke and some other examples, and it's like $600-700 for some of their fiber testers. And for just SFP module testers, it's around the same price point. So again, with that information, make your decision, but I think this is a worthwhile purchase. I think it's something that's good to have in your gig bag. And again, more tools mean you can be more effective on the job in a pinch. I think those are all good things. So let me know what you think. Feel free to offer any comments or insight. If you have one and you've done different things with it, feel free to offer that insight as well. I appreciate you watching as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.